Oh, man. So, hello. Welcome to another episode of Khalism with me, Khalid Omari. You get me? Wagwan. Salam alaikum. Hey, I'm about. So, boom. This episode is entitled 6 Million Stories. It has like a number 14 before it, and it's from the manuscript or collection of works that's available from my website whereisKO.com to purchase, right? And I wrote this on the 28th of the 11th 2011. I was in New York at the time, first trip out there, and it blew my mind because I've always been someone that's been into hip-hop as a genre from as young as I can remember. So to be out in a city where hip-hop was birthed, but I've consumed so much American culture over the years, to be there in the thick of it, I suddenly just understood everything about the place. Like, in terms of, yeah, I understood it. So I wrote this piece, 6 Million Stories, as I was riding in the back of my cousin's car. Like, he's driving through the city, my brother's in the front seat, I'm just in the back just watching life go by. And I remember a scene staying with me, but let me get into it and I'll debunk it later. So here we go. In a city as iconic as New York, everyone has a story. The place is so big that you don't necessarily have to be told a story by the person in question. You automatically become a spectator when you look out of your window at the narratives or natives as your car passes by. You don't have to sit and talk to someone to know their story. All you have to do is observe, because your imagination starts sewing the thread through every piece of their puzzle. Their environment, the way they walk, talk, dress, and their facial expression. We've seen many depictions of this iconic city a million times over. The kid walking down the block on his way to the liquor store to buy some candy instantly becomes the eldest sibling who has become a young carer as a result of an absent father and a mother addicted to drugs. The same kid who is the top of his class en route to a stellar career in law instantly becomes the kid who caves in to the pressure of his environment by dropping out of college to become the local drug general. This is something that the Big Apple does to all visitors because we're so used to the hyper reality often seen on TV, film, music and literature. In all honesty, I can speak on my own behalf because I can't help but to become wrapped up in the NYC fantasy, especially on my first visit. The city, the life and its natives are amazing beyond all the smoke and preconceived mirrors. Is where you'll find 6 million stories based on actuality. So I guess this is a way of me saying that it's time for me to remove my hyper-realist lenses. It's facts, you know. What's the word? We kind of, in a way, like the places that we've seen depicted to us through our consumption, representation in the media and whatnot, it kind of conditions us to become like almost voyeuristic when we're there, and it's just me challenging this point of view. And I would revisit this hyper-realist lens, yeah, when it came to writing Riding Around, and that's off the album or project that I wrote called 0800 Yo Fam. And in a verse, and I'm like, what did I say? Are you hyper sensationalized by what you subliminally consume? Is it all true? Like, that's me like encouraging someone to debunk the myth, because at the end of that I was like, it feels like they're trying to kill us slowly. Betting shops and liquor stores on the high street. Or was it, I think it's the third verse, I'm getting it mixed up, but if you do get a chance, go and stream it. You can find that also published on whereisKO.com. Find it in a blog post. Or it's at the top menu bit, 0800 Yo Fam. If you listen to that, that gives you a walk in the park on that way of thinking. And hyper reality and stuff like that, at the date it was written, it was pretty much post dissertation where I discovered these concepts. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. 6 million stories. Thank you for listening. Khalism out. Peace.